if you care about what other people think on your journey to accomplishing the great dreams and goals that you have for yourself, you have to understand a few things. Number one is that people don't actually care, especially people online. They don't actually care. They have so many other things going on in life, things that they're stressed with, their finances, their bills, their own goals, their anxieties. Like, life already has them by the throat. Like, they don't actually care about you. And the things that they're typing, it's probably just them venting out their frustration and also projecting their insecurities, right? Because they are seeing someone doing something that they would never have the courage to do, right? And the same goes for family. And when it comes to family and friends and how they perceive you and how they judge you, the thing is, nobody has the context that you do about your life. Nobody, not even like your closest friend or family member. They just don't, right? So if you are super confident, and I encourage you to be very confident in the decisions that you make, right? When you're confident about them and you know like what path you need to take to achieve your goal, then that's all that matters, because they can't be confident about you because they don't have the context that you do. They didn't do the research that you did. They didn't put in the hours that you do, right? So it doesn't make sense for them to give judgments about you on a situation they don't understand. It kind of be like, imagine there's a man sitting on a subway with his daughter, right? And you're sitting on the other side of the subway. And that man and his daughter, the daughter's just bawling her eyes out, screaming, yelling, crying, right? And then you're super annoyed by it. So you make a judgment on them saying like, hey, why is that dad not, taking better care of his daughter? Like, why is he letting her act in this way? Only to realize that his daughter, let's say you say that to the dad then says something like, yeah, you know what? Like, I really don't know how to tell her that her mother passed away, right? So like when people don't lack context, they will inevitably make judgments. And nobody has the context that you do with your own life and the judgments that you are making, okay? That's number one. Number two, even let's say they did judge, and everyone will judge. That's just a guarantee, right? Everyone will judge, even maybe your closest friends and family, right? Even if they do judge, like it's kind of sad that they do, to be honest. Like especially if it's negative and like kind of putting you down, because like they're taking the time to do that. Like there's so many other better things to do with their lives, right? Also, if there's a goal and a dream that you really want to hit, and the thing stopping you is how other people think, then they're basically living your life. They have full control over your life. And when you're 80, do you really want to tell your grandkids, yeah, you know what, like, the reason why I wasn't as great as I wanted to be, the reason why I'm not as good as XYZ person over there, it's because I cared about how other people think. I was scared to do this because I was scared of being judged or people talking me out of it, yada, yada, yada. Do you really want that to be your future, your life? The one life that we have on this earth, like there's like a billionth of a percent, like it's 0.000000001% that we had this opportunity to be a human, and an even lesser chance that we had the opportunity that we have, or that we do have the opportunity that we have today with the amount of technology that we have. Case point, you're watching this YouTube video right now, so you have that opportunity. So why would you let a random person, even a person you know, why would you let them strip you away from your full potential and what you're meant to achieve? Why? Why would it even, why, right? You have to develop the courage to say, screw off. No, like screw off to those judgments. No, see you later, right? If you want to achieve what you want to achieve, because everyone, like, no matter what you want to achieve, no matter what you want to strive towards, people will judge. Right? It's kind of naive to believe that people will all be in support of what you are doing. If that was the case, then everyone on this earth would be friends, but not everyone is. Most people aren't, right? So I just wanted to say this because today I had a massive breakthrough. I posted on LinkedIn for the very first time of my life. And the reason why it took me so long to post on LinkedIn, despite it being where my niche, which is busy entrepreneurs, why that's the platform that they hang around, the reason why it took me so long to do that was because I had a ton of connections on that platform with people from high school, people from college, right? Even people I don't know within that, like friends basically, friends and family, right? And I was so deathly scared. I was so deathly afraid of how they might perceive me being a personal trainer. Someone that is trying to grow their personal training business. Someone that is, like working a blue collar job and not a white collar job as a consultant, as an accountant, as a finance person, as a person in IB. Like, I was afraid of that. Because everyone's getting these beautiful degrees, and I'm over here in business administration, entrepreneurship, and I'm fudging a fitness coach, a low skill labor job. Like, I'm really telling, like, okay, of course, there's nuances to it. You can be really, really good at it. But the point is, that's how people will perceive me, right? And I was so scared of people finding out, especially my family and friends, thinking, like, I was scared, like, what if they might say, like, oh, Peter, like, how's that going? Like, oh, yeah. Like, I was just scared. I was really scared. Like, genuinely so scared. So it took me, I started this journey like three years ago. Maybe 2 years ago. I think it was more like 2 years. No, more like 1. It took me an entire year. An entire year to post on LinkedIn. Knowing how much like value it could have to my business. Knowing the potential of growth and the amount of clients just sitting right there in the palm of my hands. Or rather, the touch of my fingers at my keyboard, right? Despite knowing all of that, I still didn't do it because I cared about how other people think or thought, right? So I know that this is a big breakthrough for me, and I know that LinkedIn is going to be a major platform for my business. But I just want to share that. Like, you really have to stop caring about what other people think. And I think a big part of why I'm making this video and why I'm so passionate about it is because I need to tell myself this. Like, I need to be reminded of this every single day when I make that post, when I go out in public. Like, I can't be afraid of who I am. I can't be afraid of what I'm doing, the goal and the mission that I have, right? Which is helping people achieve the best, bodies of their lives. And it's better that I start young because, I can build a vast array of knowledge for this particular group of people and for the mission that I'm building, right? But that's pretty much it for today. Hey, honestly, this week was pretty good. It could have been much better. This is what my calendar looks like. This is what it looks like right now. Next week's, I'm filling it out as I go, but this is tomorrow's. I'm gonna edit it more before I go to sleep. But this week was a pretty successful week. I saw my old clients again. We got the LinkedIn outbound machine going. We're getting the Instagram machine going. I'm hoping to fully complete the Instagram kind of system by tomorrow and have everything finalized for LinkedIn and Instagram system, especially for content, just dialed in so that I can move on to the next thing, right? So I can focus on the next thing. So I'm super stoked about that. This week is going to be so pivotal. My parents are not in town, or my family's not in town, so I'll have a lot more time, and I won't have to fear of missing my brothers or whatnot. So that's pretty much it for today. And yeah, don't care about what other people think because you don't want them to control your life. You gotta be the captain of your own ship, the master of your own fate. So with that being said, this is the PLOG V1.12. Peace out.